everybody and welcome to my January TBR. So January is kind of an awkward time for me because it normally means I'm doing all the homework I didn't do at the start of the holidays. So I end up sort of pushing it towards the end. So 70% of the time I'm trying to get my homework done, 15% of the time I'm procrastinating on the internet, and the other 15% of the time I'm actually reading. So my TBR might be a little overly ambitious, but I can hope and dream. So I have 11 books with me that I really want to get to. I've technically already read one, so 10 books that I really want to get to. So let's get started. The first book that I'm already a bit way through reading is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. This is a kind of post-apocalyptic dystopian book that follows a girl named Cassie, and it follows an alien invasion and she is one of the survivors. After the military takes away her younger brother and she's left out in the open, she has only one mission, and that is to find him. And basically that's what this book is about. There is so much more out there, but that's really what I'm going into this book with. And also the movie is coming out January 14th in Australia. I'm not sure about America, I'm pretty sure that's the 22nd, but it's coming out January 14th and I am so excited to see it. And that is why I really want to finish this book. I'm that far in. Hopefully I can finish it by the end of the week. One can hope and dream. If I do end up finishing that, I really want to read The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. But this is one of those hope and dream books. I doubt that I will get to it, but I put it on here just in case. I don't know much about this book because it is a sequel, but I've heard kind of mixed things about it compared to the first book, so I'm riding on a prayer here. The next book is something I really need to read, and really soon, and that is Behind the Beautiful Feathers by Catherine Boo. This is a book I have to read for Year 12 English, and I am 30 pages in. I need to read the next 200 pages real quick because I need to write an essay on this. So hopefully I will finish this after I finish The Fifth Wave, if I don't decide to move on to The Infinite Sea. Depends which side of my brain wins out this argument. I'll probably end up finishing this, but this basically follows a boy who lives in Anawadi, which is in the slums of Mumbai, and this is set in a time where Mumbai's economy was exploding, everyone was getting rich, and everyone in this slum is thinking that they will get rich as well. But then, the main character, Abdul, gets accused of a crime, and this sort of rocks the small world they live in, and that's basically all I know. It's basically all I know, and it's probably not a good thing that's all I know. The next book I want to read in January is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. This arrived in the mail yesterday, which was a day early. It arrived on the 5th in Australia, which was the 4th in America, and I was like, this is nice. And can we just appreciate under the dust jacket? It is gorgeous. Basically, this book follows, oh my god, I can't get the dust jacket back on. This book is basically a time travel book, and it follows Edda and Nicholas, whom she meets, as they kind of complete a scavenger hunt through time. And because it's Alexandra Bracken, I'm kind of just internally crying because the Darkest Minds trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies of all time, and anything this woman writes, I will devour with gusto. The next book I want to read is actually novella bind-up, and it is Cruel Crown by Victoria Aveyard. Basically, this book is the bind-up of the 2 novellas that accompany the Red Queen, not trilogy anymore, quartet series? I don't know, they've elongated it past a trilogy. This bind-up follows Farley and Queen Corianne. Farley is the leader of the rebels that we meet in Red Queen, and Queen Corianne is Cal's mother. It follows both their origin stories, and you learn a lot about them in Red Queen, so with this backstory I'm very interested. I'm hoping I can get to this before February when Glass Sword comes out, and I'm so excited to read this. I've been excited for the Red Queen trilogy since before it came out, and I was not let down whatsoever by the first book. I very much enjoyed it, which is kind of an unpopular opinion. The next, okay, this is actually a series that I really should read because it was lent to me by my maths teacher, and that series is The Violet Eden Chapters by Jessica Shervington. Okay, I need to put these down, they're really heavy. The Violet Eden chapters basically follow a girl named Violet Eden, and everything sort of goes to hell on her 17th birthday. For a while, she has been having strange dreams, and she wakes up injured from them when dreams can't really injure you, and the guy that she has liked for a long time has told her that he's not necessarily full human, and neither is she. So her life is kind of going to shit. So basically I read Jessica Shervington's other series, the Disruption series, and that is my favourite. It's like a duology. It's my favourite duology of all time, and I love it so much. It is, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good, and I have been looking forward to reading these for ages, and when my maths teacher heard I hadn't read them, she's just like, I'll let you borrow them. So on the last day of school, she came with a bag saying, "Pugs, not drugs," and inside was this 5-book series, and I'm really hoping I can read this on time before school starts out again in 3 weeks. Really hoping, because she didn't give me a time where I had to read them, but I'm pretty sure the end of the holidays was the cutoff day. The next book and the last book I have here was the one I've already read, and that is Babe in Boyland by Judy German. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. But basically this follows a girl named Natalie, or her alias Dr. Aphrodite, and she writes the love column for her school's newspaper. But one day she gets all this hate mail from boys, and it basically says that she doesn't know what she's talking about, and that she should get fired, and she should just stop, and that she doesn't know what they're thinking. So she decides to enroll at the boys only prep school across town so she could get an inside experience into the minds of boys. And I have read this book, and I will not talk about my feelings towards it. I'll talk about that more in my wrap up, but I can just say that this book is hilarious, and I'm so glad I read it at the start of the month, at the start of the year, just to hit me off into what hopefully is an amazing reading year. Tell me what books you want to read in January, and tell me what books you have already read in January, seeing as it's like the 6th as I'm filming this. And I'm kind of delayed. But I hope you have a great day, and hopefully I will have another video up for you soon. Bye!